And that brings us to Cody. One last little update here. So Cody, Wyoming, this is the town where
I'm sorry, it's such an important point, and you've clarified it even better, and it makes me think of this other old saying that the judge of a person's character is how they treat someone who can't do anything for them. That's the difference, isn't it? Here in the United States, where they've got all the statutory power on their side, and they just treat them like crap because these people can't do anything for them, so they cream them. Over in Europe, where they can do something for them, they can deny it or they can give it. Well, we're going to treat you nicely.
Yeah, it's very telling. That's why I'm telling you, temple building it reveals everything. It pulls the curtain on all of it. And that's, I think, why it's so fascinating to myself and a lot of people. So Cody, Wyoming, the town where it all started, and it's still going on. People don't realize this is a process. Preserve Our Cody Neighborhood has a court date with the Wyoming Supreme Court. I've mentioned this before, but this is happening. It is February 11th. 2025. It is at 2:30 p.m. and this will be live streamed. So hopefully we'll be able, through the newscast or any of our various podcasts, to be able to make this available to anybody that is curious about this. Because
it's a Tuesday, isn't it?
I think that is a Tuesday. Yeah.
Because I think it's a Friday.
Valentine's Day is a Friday. Yeah, I think that's right. So again, they have really been working hard toward this. This little neighborhood committee is the little neighborhood committee that could. They are just smart, dedicated, incredible people there who I now call very good friends. I've gone there to visit. And again, I'll just very quickly go over what this is about. Okay. So number one, this is what the Preserve Our Cody Neighborhood is objecting to and fighting against. These are the LDS claims. The LDS claim that a city ordinance takes precedence over the Wyoming statute, which resulted in the passage of the site plan. There's a difference in what the city says constitute passing a plan and what the state of Wyoming says. And the church says that the city is the one that takes precedence. The neighborhood is saying no.
Battle on that one then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I remember how I announced before that they had changed the they had were revisiting the statute from a state level. Exactly. Yes.
So if that statute, if they actually do contradict, okay, it's been a long time.
Yep.
Since I've dealt with this issue, but my recollection is, statute state, ordinance is city. If they are actually, if this statute is actually, what is it called? Covering the same ground. Mm-hmm. That's not the exact phrase, but if it's, it'll come to me after the show. But if it's addressing the exact same issue, then yeah, the statute takes precedence.
Yeah, this is what they're saying. This is what the neighborhood group is saying. Number two, the LDS claimed that the conditional use permit was fully passed at the very first planning and zoning meeting back in 6/15/23, right? And that's right when they sued the city in July. So this is what the church says. All the other meetings we had after that first meeting in Cody, nope, it fully passed at that first meeting. And again, the residents are saying that is not true. That is not backed up by the statute of Wyoming. Even though there was confusion, and we can't get into all the details. If nobody has followed Cody, go to our playlist on Mormonish. It's almost unbelievable. And then number three, the LDS claimed that the Preserve Our Cody Neighborhood filed the suit too late and they deserve no consideration. The district court has ruled in favor of the LDS on all three of these points. And this is why they gave the church permission to start building. This is why they had that quick stealth groundbreaking. Remember how we talked about that, where they just zoomed in real fast? They broke the ground. And according to my sources there, they are building like gangbusters. It's crazy. Now, we do have the Preserve Our Cody Neighborhood claims. I don't think we'll probably go into those right now, but they're basically the opposite of what the LDS church is saying. They're saying this did not pass back in July. There was all kinds of irregularities in the planning and zoning. It didn't pass. And, every further ruling past that is not correct. So they're going to have their day in court. And right here, we have a picture of the building. Like, they are really going along. My friends there, whose houses look right out over there, say they are working on the central steeple to get that erected right there, right in the middle, an integral part of the building, which is interesting because one of their arguments is, the steeple's not really part of the building. It's just kind of a pop on, pop off, That's why it's not counted in the height. But here, as you see them build it, it's structurally right there from the very base of the building. My friend, one of the residents, says in Cody, they started building furiously right after the district court decision in August of 2024. They've already passed the first floor and welding the structure for the 10-foot tower. They work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. They have so many workers on the site. It looks like a life-size anthill crawling with safety vested workers.
Do they think that if they get the temple completed before the Supreme Court rules,
Yes.
they win?
Well, I think they think it's harder for a court to rule tear that down. Now, that's happened before,
I don't
but
think
then there are
so.
cases
It's
where
not.
it hasn't.
If you're talking about psychologically
Yeah.
or emotionally, I wouldn't expect a lot of that from judges or
Yeah, well,
justices.
can you imagine if they do rule to tear it down, what that will do to the LDS members there? Talk
If I
about a
were a justice, I
persecution
wouldn't have any
complex.
compunction about an order saying tear it down because it's your own freaking fault for building it while you knew the issue was
Yep.
unresolved.
100%. That's what I think too. They knew it was going to the Supreme Court. So I'm telling you, all these towns, it's just the drama. This is better than a soap opera. I mean, yeah. The lights that we use for darkness look like 2 football stadiums on a Texas Friday night. Yesterday morning, the tower structure suddenly appeared overnight. I suspected their welder worked the night hours to get the structure. Plus, a neighbor 5 houses away was awakened at 3:30 a.m. from the noise of the welder. So there it is. They're working like crazy. And I think it is just to maybe have more leverage. Your
There's
Honor,
no leverage.
the temple is 90% done.
There's no
what are we
leverage.
supposed to do? Yeah. Anyway, final
You're
thoughts on
supposed to do is
Cody.
tear
And then
the
we'll
damn
move
thing
on.
down, you morons.
Yeah.
Either way, the expression is preempt the field. If the legislature shows the intent to preempt the field on this issue, then yeah, of course it has the authority.
Yeah.
As long as the federal, well, it all goes uphill or downhill depending on which way you're looking.
Yeah. Yep. Any thoughts, Bill? I know this took a while, but we haven't had an update like this for a little bit, and we had quite a few temples to cover.
I've got nothing to add.
All right. There we go. Back to you, RFM.